Hey guys, it's Wexdarn here and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Brothers. Today we're taking on World 5, and yeah. This one seems to have sort of like a snow effect on the level, like I think it was World 3 that had like a nighttime atmosphere. This one kind of has a snow atmosphere with all the trees having white tops instead of green. It doesn't come into play in like the mechanics or anything, there isn't anything like ice physics, so you don't have to worry about that too much. But yeah, it's kind of nice that they do change the palettes a little bit, like, so you don't have to look at an identical game all the time. But this is like the start of the second half of the game, and it's also where the game's getting a lot more tricky about things. So, like, you've now got these bullet bill launchers that will launch bullet bills at you unless you're standing directly next to the cannon. So yeah, like I say, this is where the difficulty will be picking up for you. But other than that, it's pretty decent. Like the difficulty curve for this game isn't unfair at all, or at least it isn't unfair for the most part, I'd say, because there's sometimes like when you swear like you would have made a jump and it just didn't quite do it properly, or these guys here, Hammer Brothers. They're easily the most difficult enemy in the game, and as you can see, like, they're just tossing hammers. They've got pretty good range on it, and they can jump up and down so that they can actually dodge you when you do go in to attack them. If you're lucky enough to have Fire Mario, you can hit them with a fireball, but you have to watch out for their hammers and stuff. I'm trying to bump them from underneath and it just sort of didn't work, so there's one level in particular coming up in the future that you're really going to hate with Hammer Brothers, which is just like you're running along a stage and it's just purely Hammer Brothers. It's like Hammer Brothers and Bullet Bills, and that's the only enemies. Of course, get killed by Buzzy Beetle in that time, but I have to say the Buzzy Beetles, like in early artwork, they actually look really quite sinister. But like in games such as like the Paper Mario RPG stuff, they're actually portrayed generally as like kind of cute little guys rather than like how they are. In fact, even in the more recent like new Super Mario Bros. Games, they're kind of portrayed as sort of evil. Like you can see underneath their shells a little bit in the new games, and they've got like bright red eyes that glow a little bit. So yeah, it's kind of weird. The series seems to like flip-flop back and forth on whether they're cute or evil looking. So yeah, but that's half of World 5 down already. I've been thinking about like other stuff that we can talk about in this game, and there is a couple of unused content things that are actually in this game, like these squid enemies, bloopers. In the sequel to this game, or the direct sequel, because there's technically two, in Super Mario Brothers the Lost Levels, or in Super Mario Brothers 2 if you're in Japan, bloopers actually fly out of the water. Like, they just float around on the screen and Mario can jump on them or hit them with a fireball. In this game, since there's no way for Mario to actually jump on bloopers since he only encounters them underwater, you can't test this, but if you were to hack the game and put a blooper out of the water, Mario can jump on it, so it's programmed in there, but you never get the chance to use it. And I think we're just jumping across giant mushrooms again. Is what I'm thinking it looks like. It's kind of a shame they didn't keep the snow aesthetic from 5.1, but yeah, what you're gonna do. Let's see. I gotta tell you, like before I got this recording going, it took me so many attempts to actually try to get it going. Like every time I was about to start, I'd get interrupted by something. So the dog would start barking, or like I had food made for me that I was gonna get, or you know, stuff like that. I get asked to do a job around the house or something. Like I know it just sounds like I'm complaining, but it was just like literally every time I sat down to get this going, I just got torn away by it, and I understand why, but yeah. I'm not complaining about house life. It was just kind of annoying in the way that I wanted to get this going and it just wasn't happening. And I'm doing terribly here. I think we've got 1 life left. Got 1 life to live. Come on. I'm going to ignore the mushroom box. Just be careful around all these fire sticks. And okay, this is very similar to one of the early castles. I think it's actually the first castle, but there's just more fire sticks. One thing I forgot to mention, the flames that are actually coming from Bowser, they're actually going backwards. It's like they're supposed to be the other way around, in that the tail of the flame's actually flying towards Mario rather than the core of the flame, when it should be the other way around, like the core first followed by the tail. But here we are with Bowser. And this would be a lot easier if it weren't for that Poyo Boo that's right in the middle there. Or the fire that's jumping up, because it actually has a name. Oh, I didn't think it'd go down that far. Well, time to get going. Alright everyone, so made it back to the castle. I didn't pick up as many lives as I did last time. I had to like quickly run back to a castle, but could have gone worse. Also didn't manage to maintain fire or Big Mario, so I guess we're stuck with small. But I didn't do too badly last time, and that was so close. Well, that's a shame. Just get past the Poyobos, Poyoboos, whatever you want to call them. I think they're actually Poyobos, but the first time I saw it, I misread it as Poyoboos and thought there was like a different kind of Boo, which is an enemy that's not in this game. But I don't know, I thought it would have been like a cool little link between the two. Like the fireballs are actually like burning souls or something. But anyway, we're nearly there. To fight another fake Bowser, which I don't have Fire Mario for, so I can't reveal the true form of. Nailed it. That is our 5th toad that we found. That isn't the princess, so see you next time for World 6-1.